Hello, it's me, Troubadour, and OMG, we're back again. That's right, new videos are finally back. Hope you guys don't mind that I took a little break at the beginning of the year. Got a lot of fun stuff planned for the year, some more superautopets, more games with my friends. I've got like a Smash Bros video I need to edit, got another Minecraft video on the way. I'll definitely be doing the superautopets card game when that comes out. That'll be sick. But anyway, in today's run, we are using one of the new mascots. You can see him right over here, the lion mascot, which is, they've added a handful of new cosmetics to superautopets, which is nice. We haven't had like new, backgrounds or mascots or anything for a while, except these new cosmetics are actually the web store exclusive. Let me show you guys the web store real quick in case you guys haven't seen it before. All right, so here we are. Check it out. There's a web store link in the description where you can buy all the packs. There's even a bundle where you can get everything together. I think it says it includes mini pack 3 as well, even though it only says mini pack 2 there. You can even get some cosmetics in here. The new hat they added is this cotton brain one. Here's backgrounds. Here's the new background concert stage. You'll be seeing it in some upcoming videos too. And then here's the new mascots that they've added as well. You got lion, lobster, chameleon, and sheep. And then finally, they added one more entrance, shiny pets, which I'm also using in this video. But if you do want to buy anything from this website, make sure you click this thing right here. Go to creators support and use code Troubadour. You can use code Nick Me Up if you want to. That's Nick Resney's code. There's a lot of different creator codes in here as well. But this will support me. So if you make any purchases on the website, then some portion of the proceeds will go directly to me. So if you want to support the channel or looking to pick up any of these new cosmetics, make sure you use code Troubadour at checkout. Anyway, back to the run. All right, so this video was inspired by the new lion mascot. Oh boy, we're already back into it. Just screw doing any kind of re-recording. We're just gonna do it in one take. We're very much style of the Rev GT suite of recording, so school of recording. But I was inspired by the lion mascot to be like, you know what, I haven't used lion in a hot minute. Let's try and do a build around that. So I'm gonna be using lion a little bit later in the game. You also may have an idea of what it's gonna be just based on the thumbnail and title. Also, dude, this music, dude, I got a lot of new soundtracks. Check it out right here. Well, I shouldn't say it a lot. There's only so many. A couple of those, Rivals of Aether 2 and Dicey Dungeons, are just new songs added to a soundtrack I already had. But you know, there's some good soundtracks in there, especially I'm especially excited for Parappa the Rapper 2. Dude, that game has the soundtrack goes way harder than it has any need to. I don't know what they were doing, but holy cow, they absolutely cooked with that soundtrack. Anyway, this run we're gonna be using the lion, and my basic idea was trying to think of a way to use the lion's increased stats in an extra way. So lion, in case you don't know, at start of battle, if it's the highest tiered pet on your team, it'll get 50% attack and health. It'll get more attack and health at higher levels. And so as long as the rest of your team, is tier 5 or lower, it's actually not that bad of a pet. I'm going to be using it with this pet right here, the giant otter. So giant otter, I've done some videos on it before. Before battle, it gives friends +2 attack, +5 health until after the first non-jump attack. So you can see it here, gives everyone attack and health. And then after, we get to do all these snipes, it's nice. We get the health and stuff, and then the stats go away. Now, as you see, like the yak only got 4 health reduced. That's because, 4 health taken back from the giant otter because one of the health was used up by the opposing mosquito. So it can be nice both to help you against sniper teams or jump teams, or to help your own jump pets to get a lot of triggers off before the battle starts. Plus, you still get to use those stats in one attack at the front unit. And even better, giant otter triggers, and then the crab triggers after that, since it's start of battle, and this is before battle. So crab's extra HP is taken from the temporary HP given from giant otter. So that's kind of cool, getting a little bit extra HP there. So my idea is to have giant otter, give stats to the team, and then the lion triggers at start of battle. And that just means I get like a ton of stats on the lion, extra HP and all that. And we want extra HP because we're using Pelican. That's right. We're doing the Pelican so that whenever it gets resummoned as a salmon, the extra HP will give it extra snipes. You see what I mean in just a little bit here. what do they have in the Fringe Head Farmer Pig? That's a pet I need to do a video on. Fringe Head's got such a cool ability now. The way that you can have it swallow something from the shop gives you a lot more flexibility in what kinds of pets you can run on it, since you don't need to take up a second team slot to make Fringe Head work. But there's going to be our lion. As you can see there, highest tier pet. Everything else is tier 5, tier 4, or tier 2 with the crab. And then you kind of get to see it here. Now, crab is the only one with the strawberry here, but we do get a lot of HP. Look, it's already 30. It then gains another 14. Now, it does trigger before the lion, but it's already at so much HP, doesn't really matter. And then the lion's going to attack. Everyone gets the stat reduced, but the salmon, it keeps the increased stats from the giant otter since it got summoned before the stats, or got swallowed before the stats got to be taken away. So we basically get to cheat and have extra stats for the entire battle, and that's pretty fun. Now we get the lion strawberry as well. Now the one thing I did wrong with this is I had the crab with higher attack than the lion, so that the some of the lion would trigger first, get a lot of HP, and the crab would copy that. But as you can see, the crab's already pretty much going to get to 50 HP by the end of our game, so it really doesn't matter. We face this, looks like a free-to-play team. They got a lot of snipes, but we've got a lot of salmons. Look at these huge stats, thanks to the giant otter giving us extra stats there that we just get to keep permanently. That's pretty freaking awesome. And then at this point, we're just looking for a level 2 for our lion, and then maybe a little more HP across the team. Here we face another scaling team. Level 3 Jerboa is pretty interesting. Farmer Chicken, maybe it's just here for the achievement. I don't know, but we get both of our pets there to 50 HP. Look at that. Now see, when it's summoned, Salmon does 5 damage to one or enemy. Repeats for every 25 health this has, so at 50 health, it's doing 3 5 damage snipes. This Salmon's level 2, so it's doing 3 10 damage snipes. And that's not bad at all. It's kind of like a hybrid, you know, lionfish, mantis shrimp, whatever you want to think of it. But who cares? The lion doesn't care. Lion doesn't concern itself with the opinions of salmon, as we all know. And now we get the lion to level 2, and we're really going to see this build start to pop off. Now we face this vampire bat team. I think vampire bat's actually pretty darn nice. They only have one amulet to take advantage of with those extra stats, though. It looks like they're probably just going for the vampire bat achievement with this kind of team. But double 50 HP, we get to keep the higher attack as well. And then once the pelican faints, look at this here. 2 huge summons, and they keep the higher stats. And since they're both level 2, they're each doing 3 10 damage snipes. That's basically, this is the equivalent to 2 level 3 mantis shrimps on summon. That's pretty freaking good. We're going to take that. Also, shouts to Buddy Holly there running the new web store exclusive background there. That's pretty sick. Get a little more stats here. I don't really need HP on the lion, but you know, in case it gets sniped or something, at least it'll survive long enough for the pelican to swallow it. Maybe that was my idea. We faced someone running sheep kangaroo. They got a level 3 toad, a big blowfish. Could be a problem if, you know, it actually mattered. Silly plus giant otter breaks it a little bit, by the way. I just think, wait, hold up. Oh, let's see what happened there. Okay, I gave stats to everybody, +8, +20. And then they made it silly. Hold up, we're doing some detective work here. First video back, and we're already becoming detectives. The silly triggers, and then it's supposed to remove attack and health from my team, but instead it targets the enemy team instead of hitting the my own otter. So this giant otter gets to keep its higher stats. That's crazy. What an interesting interaction. I never would have thought that could be a thing. Anyway, salmons are big. They do big snipes. We don't care about your team. Get another win, and we got 1 with left for our lion mascot team. And we're basically finished out here. Reduce the attack on the crowd a little bit. Get level 3 giant otter just for kicks. What do we face on 9 wins with our shiny pets? Look at that intro. Shiny pets here. We're facing, oh my gosh, holy scaling. They got level 2 husky, got a monkey, huge leopard, big rooster, no equipment though. They luckily snipe my giant otters and not my 2 guys that need to keep their HP, so that whenever this pelican dies and gets resummoned, we get to do all these snipes to their team. Clean it up against the chicks and the monkey. Just barely scrape the win, and we get the win with the lion mascot theme team. So yeah, I got some more fun videos on the way for all of you. Once again, if you want to get some of these new cosmetics, make sure you go to the web store linked in the description and use code Troubadour to support the channel. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do the generic stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, but until then, as always, stay true.